Thank you everyone for coming to the meeting. It's good to see you all again. We're coming to the pointy end of our project now, so we're just seeing where we're up to. As usual, I'm just going to check that everyone's still good with the team rules that we've talked about at each meeting.
Yeah, of course, not any problem.
Yeah.
And also, we've just discussed the minutes from the last meeting. Does anyone have any comments on those?
I do have a bit of a comment. Just from the last meeting, we were discussing my workload. I pretty much just touched base with everyone, but I just feel specifically with Rachel that you're just dumping a lot of information on me that just isn't really complete, and I'm just really struggling, especially now that we're at this 6-month point. I just feel like there isn't enough effort being put in. I'm doing a lot of the legwork for you, and I didn't think it'd be an issue, but it's beginning to be an issue.
Is that a time management issue from your part?
Well, not really. It's more, I'm giving myself plenty of time, but you're just kind of dumping things on me at the last minute. And
Sorry, before we get further into the point, I'm going to take us that we record what we're doing here.
I'll do it, I guess.
I'll do it.
No.
Okay, so Shan's going to take minutes. Let me just interrupt. We're up to, we're just talking about the minutes. Let's just move on from the minutes just for now, and let's go back to this issue a little bit further down when we're talking about what challenges we're having.
Okay.
Is everyone happy with leaving that just for now?
Yeah. Okay.
So since our last meeting, we've obviously had lots of work to do, and let's just start with you, Rachel, about where you're up to with your workload.
Yeah, I would say I'm progressing well.
And do you have any issues with your KPIs and achieving it?
No, I think I'm well on track. Yeah, I've had lots of feedback, especially on corporate responsibilities, and it's all been positive. It's all been checked out by HR, and I forwarded it all to Miriam for the final coordinator.
I feel like you're falling a bit less than it being finished, though.
In our initial meeting, we spoke about having sort of unfinished data fed through. So it is important to try and minimise Miriam's role by feeding through finished data. Do you have any comment on the information that you're sending through?
Well, I would have thought it was finished enough to be able to do the final coordination, but my only comment would be if you've got an issue with what I'm sending through, communicate at the time, and then I can address it. Then we can talk about it at the time rather than bringing it up at the meeting. Just let me know if you're not happy with what I'm sending through.
I think that we were all included in that conversation though, because her being behind puts my work behind. I struggled to meet some deadlines because she was busy helping you and dealing with your problems.
But wouldn't you go to the person first
I'd rather everyone was
rather
included.
than go to the whole team?
I think it is important that, as a first instance, that people try and resolve conflicts between themselves, that it isn't done as an open forum. And then I would also encourage people, if there is still problems, that I'm available to be involved at any stage. I'll be fully supportive and talk through the issues with both parties. Does anyone have any?
I disagree. I'd like to be aware of my peers and their work ethic and whether I'd like to work with them again, that sort of thing.
Well,
And if they're resolving these issues and it's still an issue. It's not being brought to the table. It's a
But
problem
if it's
for me.
resolved, then there shouldn't be.
Well,
an issue.
if I'm behind a week and no one tells me why, all I know is that Miriam's unavailable for something and it's never brought to the meeting, I don't know why, I'm just
But
lagging
this
behind.
is the
I
first
suppose
time
you could
it's been
just address
mentioned.
me if you like.
Yeah,
That would create sort of a bitchy situation.
It is also the way that in the initial, when we were setting up this group, that it's the way we decided that we would tackle any tea conflict, which is reflected in the notes.
I think honestly, I think Rachel's right. I probably should have brought it up when we talked about it. Just been swamped a bit, so I'll talk about it with you after the meeting. Just about the specifics on what you can help me out with. Be really good.
I wasn't aware, so there may be some things that I can do, to lessen the load
Yeah,
on
definitely.
yourself.
So we're all coming to the pointy end, and we're all trying to finish off our KPIs, to look at our collating information and looking at the way we're going to present. So have we had some difficult challenges that we've overcome?
Workload for me personally, but otherwise.
But you're happy with the way the
Yeah, most of it is
group
going pretty well, for 6 months. Most of the things are just coming together and achieving. I think we've already achieved a few of our goals, so that's really good.
For you, Seamus, you
All my goals have been achieved. There was a few rough weeks, but with Miriam's assistance and Rachel's assistance on the CSR, it's gotten through. I think it's ready to be presented.
going to roll out this presentation on time.
Excellent. So,
I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank everyone, particularly Seamus, for some very good individual effort and some great ideas that's been put forward. I'd like to thank Miriam and Rachel for bringing things forward today that have been issues, but also very much for the teamwork that's been involved over the term of this project. I think we are going to have a great outcome, and as a team I think we'll work very well together. I'd like to thank everyone for that. Thank you. Does anyone, any final comments?
No, good work on that.
yeah.
Well, we've just got our last meeting just before our presentation, so I'll look forward to that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.